What's happening, Expeditioners? It's Peter here. I want to go on another rant here. So I have liked Warren Buffett for many years. He's obviously one of the titans of the investing industry for many, many years. Obviously, he was in the business long before I graduated and got into investing myself. But obviously, we know Warren Buffett. And one of the things that he has always been known for is that you are just supposed to get passive in the market. So he's supposed to be one of these guys that kind of takes some investments and then just holds on to them. He's been a little bit of an activist investor, but usually he is trying to buy value companies. So companies that he knows are going to be around 10, 15, 20 years later. And it's more of a hands-off approach. And in fact, he has challenged some active fund managers in many ways to say, hey, beat the S&P 500. And he's won some bets that way and stuff like that. So he's kind of known for, hey, having this long-term belief and not necessarily giving in to the machinations of the market. Now, the problem here is that I just saw a post, and I'm not totally sure of its veracity, and I'm not exactly sure of the timing of it either, because he actually went $278 billion, I believe, in the Berkshire Hathaway fund to cash recently, at least more recently than the drawdown here in the beginning of August. And so I know that that usually does not happen overnight. So when I was in institutional investing, we would have to move money between dark pools. We would do trades or swaps with other big banks or investment companies. So sometimes you could get a lot of that done in a short amount of time. Sometimes you had to do it over a number of hours or a number of days because you were working with multiple players. But I assure you, Warren Buffett is not sitting on E-Trade and putting out requests for bids on his stock. You know, when he is going to cash, all of those shares are placed by the time that he announces it. So one of the issues, though, to me, is that we had a huge drawdown here at the beginning of August. A lot of people felt it for the last few days. And one of the things that worries me is that he seemed to do that at exactly the right timing. The last time I remember him going to cash so quickly and so heavily was actually in 2020, right before everything shut down because of the pandemic. And even then, I was a little suspicious, not because some people might have read the tea leaves and said, hey, maybe this is a good time to get out of the market, but more because Warren Buffett is one of those guys that says not to try to time the market. And so the two times that I have noticed that he has gone heavily to cash were right before, not months or years before a big event, but literally days, or even on the long end, a week before big market movements. And so one of the things that I'm concerned about, personally, is how does he know how to do this stuff? Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have great researchers and people watching momentums and a lot of technical data on his side, but for someone who preaches staying in the market, buying value companies, not worrying about the day-to-day, saying that I am in this for the 10, 15, 20-year investment, but then moving in and out of the market at seemingly times when no one else had heads up on stuff, and when it potentially saved you tens of billions of dollars and or will make you tens of billions of dollars a few days later, that seems really suspicious to me. Now, I'm not accusing him of doing anything wrong, but the two times that it has been in the news that he has moved money to cash just before the market has made historical swings kind of reeks to me. And whether or not he has done anything wrong, I feel like some regulators should be looking very closely at what the communication was like inside that organization. So Warren Buffett, hugely successful, but hugely successful, and not one that has to move the money. He could take billions of dollars of losses and have it affect no one particularly, but that just doesn't feel right to me. That just doesn't pass the smell test to me. So I would love to know more about that, especially for the rest of us that are told to just buy and hold and weather the storms. But sometimes the people that are preaching to us to do that are the ones moving money and reaping the benefits of it. So hopefully that helps. I'll see you later.